I tried reading that particular word 4 to 5 times. I found it difficult actually because for me this is first time. I have been to degree colleges, I've been to best of best universities in the world, but I was never part of this kind of lovely events. I always found that I can do something else whenever any other thing is happening around the campuses. But I'm so glad that though I was not part of such kind of events when I was studying, but from the other side, today I'm able to be part of this wonderful event. Give a big round of applause for everybody who has organized this. One thing which I just wanted to convey, because the experience which I have gathered after traveling to different parts of the world, I have visited lots of universities at different places. One thing which I enjoy doing is visiting universities whenever I go to different countries. That is also something which is, I want to understand what happens. And it is just not because that university will have a bigger campus or anything of that sort. It is because I wanted to understand the student activities in those universities. Because any university, because when it comes to any student activism, it has never been anything. If you look at the history, Karl Marx came out with this entire Das Kapital, then that entire manifesto for the communism in the world. But who implemented it? Trust me, it was just not Lenin who did it as a student union in Russia. It was in every Western country. There always used to be one union. And what is that union is all about? If you want to read in the world, whatever changes which has happened, it has happened through the student unions. You read it, you will come to know. The changes in the world happen from the leadership of the students. So the role and responsibility which you have is very different. You are just not to do what is asked you to do. You all have a bigger responsibility to understand what is right, what is not right, when it is to be. See, your role is to be that guardian of the conscience of all the students. When the whole world was fighting in the Western countries against communism, the force against all those governments and the states were the students. You will look at that similar situation in many countries. You can look at Iran in 1951, what happened. You can look at all the countries. See, it is just not that communism I'm talking about. Even if you see what is happening now, present, if you read the newspapers, if you see the television, the protests which are going on across the world against the barbarism of against Palestinians, the kind of atrocities, the inhumane, I think the humanity has failed in this moment. And the people who have upheld these human values are these students in all the campuses in the world. These students who have stood up again and raised their voice against this deaf and dumb, all the Western countries, the leaders of Western countries. Who are these? You look at the Western universities, everywhere you will see the protest. You will see the protest on the roads. If you see in India, when the Nirbhaya case happened, who were there? Who was there on the road? Who made sure that the justice is served for the girl? Who was there? It was the JNU students. It was the Delhi University Student Union. It is all the students' movement which made it happen. You don't think the Anna movement was something of some elites working. No, it was the students' union of all the universities which were working in background. They were the volunteers. If you want a change, you are the change makers. I don't want you to just be, see, you have a role, a bigger role. You all can just study for your examination. I had never studied for my examination only. That is the difference. Only is the difference. You study for the examination, but that is only 10 to 20% of your studies. If your examination demands that you study for 2 hours or 1 hour, you have to study for 6 hours. For what? Everybody in my university had this question from me, that why do you study? You start at 9 a.m. and up to 9 p.m. till that university is closed, I used to study. The question from all my friends were, why is that you are studying? Because exam does not demand this much studies. And I never studied for the examination that time. Examination preparation is very small. When I was trying to read, because I was fascinated by Aristotle, I was fascinated by the great work. I used to read the original text. I was trying to learn from the very real source. I wanted to understand the dialectic method of learning. I wanted to understand every possible thing which is made human what it is today. When the Descartes told, see, the world, Renaissance, everything happened by thoughts. The world, the history of world is not anything but history of ideas. And that is what your role is. You all have to come out with something different, something new. For that you have to burn yourself. Agar tumko, if you want the original real gold, what do you have to do? You have to tapana padta hai usko. You have to burn it. You have to undergo a process, a very, very difficult process. Where first thing you have to do is sacrifice. What? Whatever you are humans. You are all young. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to have fun. That is a sacrifice. If you want to be somebody who is going to be the change maker, or you can be somebody among everybody who have fun, who have everything. But I have a bigger vision for all of you. Trust me. When yesterday onwards, I think all the BCA students started that internship program. All the other students were anyway having it from last few months, one month. The idea is, I want the software company to function from the campus. These children should not go to a company to search for a job. This is going to be the only institution. This is again an experiment which I will be doing. What is that experiment? That you don't complete your graduation, then go for a certificate course to learn what is required in the industry, then go and search for job for next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and settle for any job whatever you get. No one of you will do that. You will get job while you are studying in this institution, inshallah. Why? You are not going to be just a fresher. You all are going to be 2.5 year plus experience professionals by the time you leave this campus. More than almost 3 years experience you will have in the industry while studying. Trust me, you go across this, you will not find this. You are going to get that particular opportunity. I want each one of you to be the best coder here. First to start, I think other students already had the digital marketing course completed, and they started performing. I was told by the manager who takes care of the digital marketing in that company. Fortune was the company he was owning. digital marketing company. He told, children are amazing, sir. They have started producing the value. The world recognize what? Value addition. If you are able to add value, then you are worth it. You are worth something. I want to congratulate each one of you that now itself you worth something. But you have to become the best one. Each one of you are going to be the, if I have to talk about, let's say, digital marketing, the best of SEO person should be here, who will know the entire algorithms, the way it works for the Google. The best of video editor should be here. The best of social media manager should be here. The best of software developer should be from here. That is the mission. And rest, you all have a bigger role to play. You are the change makers. Don't settle for anything less than nothing less than the best in your life. I want to give you the best in your life. I want you to get the best whatever is possible in your life. You all have to determine to get what is the best possible in your life. Let it be your studies, let it be your marks, let it be in the industry, whenever you get into the industry. And inshallah, this is just the beginning of our degree college. I feel sometime that this campus we have to convert. I think a bigger campus may be required for a degree college later on, because that is the vision which I have. You all are going to be those ambassadors of change. I want all of you to just gear up a little more. I know everybody wants to go home, relax, have fun, go to parties, chit chat with the friends. No. If you want to be the leader, you cannot. If you want to be the change maker, you cannot. That is the sacrifice which you have. That is yourself. We don't want to impose anything on anybody. That is what I want each one of you to do. I want this student union to be that. We want you to be empowered as well as the change maker, the lead those change makers in bringing that positive change in the society which we want to see in the society. Thank you very much. Wherever any responsibilities are assigned to anybody, let that be for any council of ministers. If you have seen, when they take oath, what they do, they take pledge, then they go and do a signature on their responsibilities which they are going to undertake. So this is beginning of their leadership role, I think, which they will have to play. All the members of the council, I think the whole idea is so mesmerizing for me that students are now no more just students. They are the leaders. They are the responsible ones. They are going to have the role to lead others, not in just one or two respective field they have, but in their life, hopefully, they will play this role forever in whichever role they come across.